made a lot.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Cleveland Browns.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form, winners of 6 of their last 8. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Jameis now on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
A throw over the middle taken in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
the ball.
Give them 6 yards in the first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and
Jameis to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. Here we go.
Now it's Hunt.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
a gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Winston. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
He's taken down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 69 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Airing this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
On the coverage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 24-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action now. Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Giants 3.
Third and long for Winston. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
4 yards on the pick.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Giants on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ready? Black 25. Get him. Get him. Get him. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
First down, Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
It's a gain of a yard. It's third down.
Winston from the gun on third down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
On second down, here's Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
First down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Jameis Winston sacked. A fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Winston. He gets this complete to Cephus. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ready.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. His throw incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
To throw is Winston. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10.
They'll throw again. Winston.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it. And
he's got daylight, the 30. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throw.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And his kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half.
At 10.
Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 24-3 was the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Actually, correction, Dr. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, MD, guilty there. They'll look to throw here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready. White 25.
They run with Hunt. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
the play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They keep it with Barkley on first down, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Thrown away and incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Giants 13. Browns 10.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Silver. Right here, guys. Mike 51.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun.
To go.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
33-yard line.
This is Barkley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Complete to Saquon Barkley. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Cooper Kupp, incomplete. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A quick pass to Kupp. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another 1st down. The Giants, they have the passing game working right now.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that'll set him back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Tavecchio to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Ready? Black, 22. Tight ends on Ringo.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And Winston lost the football.
Jameis Winston.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 11 brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The end result, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
Right here, guys.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Giants.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On second down, Winston again. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jameis again. And he's got his man. That's Landry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And Winston lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
17.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants.
The onside kick.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Come get some. Come on.
Again, it's Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 58.
And they take a knee. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Hey, watch the slant.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Charles, I think with the schedule.